Hey guys, okay, so some of you said you had questions on number 7, so let's take a look at that. I have I equal to I, of course. I squared we know is equal to -1. And that means I cubed is equal to negative I, right? Because negative I squared times I is I cubed, right? I squared times I is I cubed. That means I times -1 is negative I, right? And then I to the 4th is going to be the +1 because I to the 4th is I squared times itself, which is -1 times -1, and that gives me +1. Then when you do I to the 5th, that's going to give me I again. I to the 6th gives me -1. I to the 7th gives me -I, and I to the 8th is +1 again. And similarly, let's just look at I to the 5th, right? That's, I could rewrite as I squared times I, right? 2 plus 2 plus exponent of 1 is a total of 5. And that is the same thing as -1 times -1 times I, right? Which is going to give me I, which that's what that's equal to. So that's how we're reasoning. But the point is there's a pattern. So every 4th exponent, it starts to repeat. So that means 4 is an important number. So for example, if I wanted to find I to the 12th, right? I know that every 4th it's going to repeat. And if we look at how many 4s go into 12, 12 divided by 4 is 3, right? So it goes in evenly with no remainder. Since it goes in evenly, I know it's going to be I to the 4th, so that means it's 1, right? If I have I to the 13th, let's say, 13 divided by 4 is 3 remainder 1. Since it has a remainder of 1, I know that it's going to be to the 1st power. So that means this is going to be equal to I. If I have I to the 14th, that's 14 divided by 4, which is 4. Sorry, I messed up. My bad. There should be a 4 here. So 14 divided by 4 is going to give me 3 remainder 2. Since it's a remainder of 2, I know it's going to be this one because I to the 2nd. So that's going to give me -1. And then I to the 15th is 15 divided by 4, which is 3 remainder 3. Since the remainder is 3, I know it's going to be this one, with an exponent of 3. That gives me -I. And if I go to I to the 16th, it goes in evenly, so it starts over again, the pattern. So using this logic, I to the 98th, we're going to do 98 divided by 4. And that does not go in evenly. I end up with a remainder that's 24, with a remainder of, oh, hold on one second. Over the remainder of 2. Since it's 2, I know it's going to be up here, this I squared. So that means my answer is going to be -1. The next one is I to the 107. Again, I have to divide by 4 and figure out what my remainder is. 107 divided by 4 is 26. So that's going to give me a remainder of 3. I didn't want to write it like that. Remainder of 3. I didn't want to write that like that either. It looks like an exponent. It's remainder 2. So since I have a remainder of 3, I know it's going to be this option here because it's the 3rd, I to the 3rd, so my answer is -I. I hope that explains it. If you have any additional questions, please post them in Google Classroom. Thank you so much.